Hello guys, today is a good time for this beautiful box that was on a review several videos ago. It's Tempo A400 3-wheeled delivery track, new kit of this year in 1:35 scale from MiniArt. A lot of variations of this model available at this moment in the markets. I chose a transport version 1, and these wooden boxes is also included in this kit. I started with the most difficult stage of this model from driver's cabin. Actually, I prepare all units, all groups of details for further assembling and painting. So what we have here? We have here bulkhead or back wall of the cabin. Also two parts of the seat. One of them I put on that back side of the cabin, and another one will be located on the rear section of the cabin. Doors, two of them, and each one consists from two panels and two small handlers. Rear section of the cabin we can find here small details, pedals, battery, a metallic wire that was installed accordingly to instruction. This bulkhead divides driver's and engine compartments. It's very fragile because it includes a lot of small details such as headlights, mirrors, windscreen wipers from metallic photo-etched parts from this kit. From inside we can see also some details, a handler for steering wheel, a place where will be located decal for speedometer, and so on. So we have to be very careful with this part, especially during the painting process. Next complicated detail have almost all details that make this vehicle movable in real life. I talk about engine, transmission and all other details that is located here. For myself, but according to scheming instruction, that's some wiring on the engine and drill a bigger hole in exhausting pipe. Here we put front drive wheel. It's look a little bit like a motorcycle. And all this compartment will be connected with the previous detail with that bulkhead in kinda this way. Yep, some details of the engine compartment would be easier to paint separately, but I gathered all this stuff in one piece. Also some other wiring, hopefully there is detailed schema in instructions, so we can do everything as it have to be. So I drilled some holes in the engine, bent some wires, and with the help of super glue insert all the stuff in the holes. By the way, these metallic wires, which approximately 1 mm thickness, they will also play a role of a handlers or connection points between engine and cabin. So something like this. Though the last detail from the cabin is the hood, I put here locks from the photo-etched metallic parts and prepare one more grill also from photo-etched set, but it will be installed a little bit later of the painting process, but we have to bend it before. So what about painting? All details that would be painted in white were covered with the painting masks. I use here flexible thin white tape and common yellow modeling tape. Also I covered with the modeling tape transparent parts of this model. I divide some transparent parts, the windscreen and a back screen from this frame, and other two details will be located here during the painting process, because it will be easier to paint them directly on a frame. Here is the result of first painting stage. White parts. There were approximately 4 thin layers of white acrylic water-based matte paint mixed with a gloss varnish. Yeah, it would be much better solution to take a gloss white paint for this purpose, but I haven't such one in my store, so I use matte acrylic paint and mix it with the gloss varnish. The most intriguing moment, because you don't know if everything painted good or not, so I think it's okay. There's also some mistakes which we will fix with the help of hand brush. And now it's time to cover everything with a fine layer of gloss varnish. I will use this one from Mr. Hobby because I have one and it's easier to make a layer of gloss varnish. By the way, if you see, the interior of this cap is also white, while instruction tells us to paint in a grey color. I checked several photos in the internet of the Tempo vehicle and there were different variations. Maybe that were restored cars, I don't know. So I decided to do interior in my own taste. Some parts will be in a grey color, but with the use of white base color also. Hood looks good, it's green, so some marks or mistakes have less visibility. I painted in a lime green color with a drop of grass green, and in the same tone I will paint a cargo body for this model. Before I covered everything in gloss varnish, let's paint small details in black and other colors, like headlights and mirrors. Okay, here we have details covered with the gloss varnish, and I can say that this combination of matte acrylic paints mixed with the Vallejo gloss varnish and covered with the gloss varnish spray looks not bad, even good as for me. Yep, there are still several defects and mistakes, but in general it can be. I protected with the gloss varnish even wheels, seats, engine and interior parts because there have to be located some modeling wash to highlight the relief of this kit. So let's do that. I use here as the usual dark brown wash. So we highlight the relief of this model, remove the extra wash with the ear sticks, and protect the model with one more layer of gloss varnish, the last layer. And it looks not bad. And in the end, maybe I will polish gloss surfaces of this kit with the help of Tamiya's polishers. I don't know, but maybe I do that. You also may see here some other modeling masks. This was because some surfaces have to be matte. Okay, finally we can assemble all these parts in one piece cabin of the Tempo A400 Athlet truck. By the way, yes, there were used some decals, one on the panel inside the cabin, that is speedometer, and another one decal in the front part of the hood that represents license plate, yeah. So we have here also painted mesh for the hood. It's time to fix it, to put it on their place. I use several drops of super glue gel and put this part very carefully inside the hood. Don't forget to bend it if you're also assembling this kit. Yep, these gloves were inconvenient for work with the small details and they looks very fun, so let's try again. Attempt number 2 with the burger gloves, actually not, but let's call them burger gloves. I hate to work in a gloves, but I have to, if I want to avoid fingerprints on my model. Okay, super glue, trying to connect rear part with the front bulkhead. Some gaps will be anyway, because we gluing painted parts, and they have worse connection than unpainted details. Moreover, I can't use here modeling putty, because everything is painted. Let's try with the back wall, it's easier to connect, but I discovered that that vertical part of the seat would be better to install after this stage, when all walls will be gathered together. Not bad in general. Okay, let's try to put roof on our Batmobile. Not bad, but windows at first, or not. Actually not, I decided to install roof at first and then transfer details, because during the connection of these main cabin panels we use a super glue in form of gel, and it has vapors that can make some damage to our transparent parts. And I want to avoid that, so all panels at first, and then I'm trying to put transparent parts inside. That side window took place okay. Well, only in the front upper corner was some problems, but it's not a critical problem. Back window installed, there was everything okay, and now time for a windscreen, transparent plastic, big detail. I will connect it with the help of gloss varnish. It plays here a role of a glue. Let's apply varnish here with the help of hand brush very carefully, and then put a windscreen on its place, trying to avoid much pressure during installation process. So this is how our cabin without engine compartment looks like. On the back side of the cabin, where a small glass located, there is some marks of dusts from the wash. It's not a problem because I will hide this place with the boxes that will be located in the cargo body. And there is absent left door of this vehicle because it will be in opened position, so I will put it in the end. And let's put just for a moment hood. This picture motivates me to finish this project as soon as possible. Few moments later I received such a setup. Engine compartment with a transmission and with a drive wheel, everything on its place. Wires were also connected to the rear parts of the pedals. Even the glasses for headlights on this vehicle, I glued them in the same way as the windscreen with the help of gloss varnish. Paint mirrors and headlights with the help of chrome. Put steering wheel, and why not, I put all rear section where cargo body and rear wheels will be located. And there is also some wiring, the same as in an engine compartment. And I will show the process of assembling of this rear section in the next video. So as we have it, we can put finally other two wheels, because they are already painted and prepare for assembling process. Yep, they clear without any dust. Maybe I will add some dust in the end of the assembling process, but not too much. One wheel ready and time for next one. It's look like a pretty small hot rod, very interesting model, and we're very close to the end of the whole assembling of this model. This door, the last door in open position, and I decided that cargo body would be also in open position. Well, at least one of the sections of it, so this vehicle would be kinda during the stockpiling process. Time for the hood, painted in two colors, front grille from the metal. There is small tablet inside the hood and the same one on the bulkhead. That are two magnets, and I think it's good solution if you want to keep the possibility to open or to close the hood anytime. Yep, the disadvantage of this option is a little gap, but it's not very visible, and it's my fault that I didn't fit these parts during assembling process in the best possible way. Anyway, looks good. Okay, let's make some conclusions. Next episode will be the finishing of this project, and if we talked about this kit, it's very interesting, unusual, bright, with the whole interior of the cabin and engine compartment. There are a lot of variations with different bodies for this vehicle, for this model. Excellent level of detalization, assembling level, well, it's good also. About my work, I made some mistakes, especially during masking and painting processes, which visible only on a close range of view. Well, need more practice with the painting of scale models. But as for me, I received a good result, pretty kit. I think I'm happy for it. Well, not the whole result, but very close to it. We need to put body and boxes and paint them. Hope you enjoy, thank you for watching and have a nice day, bye.